Ladies and gents, let's be honest, Premier League atmosphere has suffered in recent years. Rather than targeting that local working class person, they've looked for overseas investment and instead targeted people outside of the United Kingdom. Ladies and gents, my lift has arrived. Let's get to Villa Park, let's go. So then guys, the Wally with the brolly is here at Villa Park, outside the famous Holt End, not only for my mum's birthday, but also to hopefully showcase that there is still life left in Premier League stadiums. Or at least here at Villa Park anyway.
You're everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where you're at. Going down a bumpy hillside in your hippie hat, flying across the country and getting fat, saying everything is groovy when your tires are flat.
Hi-yo, Aston Villa.
And away you go now, baby. I see your sun is shining.
So then guys, if you are new to the channel, I mostly cover German football now on YouTube, with monthly trips to see Bundesliga, Zweite Bundesliga, Dritte Liga, even regional Liga games after feeling somewhat unfulfilled with English football. But with that said, I never have a bad word to say about this place, Villa Park. I feel like this is maybe one of the most underrated stadiums in terms of atmosphere. You can see over there the 1982. Obviously it's become a big thing, Aston Villa playing in the Champions League this year, but a lot of people forget that they are former champions of what is now known as the Champions League, the European Cup, in 1982. And on paper, today's fixture, Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace, doesn't stand out, does it? It looks like a rather basic, maybe even fairly boring, mundane fixture to some people. But rather than go to like Old Trafford, Anfield, and watch big derbies or games that you know is going to have a good atmosphere, I think it makes more sense to test it for fixtures like today. Both great sets of fans. Aston Villa, of course, we've sung their praises, but today's visitors, Crystal Palace, we've been to Selhurst Park, we've seen that they actually have ultras. I'm not sure if they're going to turn up today because they didn't turn up last time, but they've got really good support as well. I've got nothing but respect for the Palace fans. So this is a sort of fixture where you need to test the atmosphere compared to the Bundesliga, compared to Germany. But not only are we going to be comparing the atmospheres, we're also going to be comparing pricing. How much does a beer cost here at Villa Park? We're going to do all kinds of comparisons, and I'm not here to shit on the Premier League. I'm going to give an honest, fair review. So ladies and gents, stick that thumbs up and let's see what this rainy day in Birmingham has to offer. Right then, for those of you who are new to the channel, this is my mum. Hello, mum.
Hello.
Big Villa fan. Now, mum, I want to know how you feel football, English football, has changed since you first started going. How has it changed over the years?
Well, besides from when we were really young and we would sit down with my dad, we all stood up the Holt End in the 80s, and I just felt like the atmosphere was just better than it is now. I'm not sure why, but I think you were all crushed in together, and it was just exciting. Maybe it's just because I was young.
I always say that Villa Park is still probably one of the most consistently good atmospheres in the Premier League. Yeah. Would you still? I know you're going to say that, you're a Villa fan, but do you think Villa Park is one of the better atmospheres in the Premier League?
It is the best atmosphere in the Premier League, yeah.
Do you think, how much a difference do you think standing up makes? Is it just that you're more free, so that obviously when you score, you kind of like jump all over the place? I know obviously there's negatives to that as well with crushing and stuff. How much of a factor do you feel like standing on the terraces makes with regards to atmosphere?
Well, I wouldn't want to stand now because I'm too old, but and you got really crushed. It was packed in at the Holt End, and you got very crushed. And being short, you know, I just get kind of pushed against the barrier and everything. But so I'd rather sit down now.
We better let Dave in. Dave, coming in.
I nearly got blown away, man.
Sorry about that, Dave. I was just asking about the question. I hope you don't mind me getting you on camera. This is
just check my hair.
Check your hair. Looking good. You might recognise this man from going crazy at the Euros in Berlin.
Yeah.
I've just asked Mum how she thinks football atmosphere in England's changed over the years.
It's not for the real fan anymore.
Working class man.
Yeah, I think it's changed that much. It used to be such fun to go to the football, and like now it just all seems
You feel like a customer, maybe?
Hospitality, you feel
yeah,
you're not part of it if you don't have paid for the hospitality.
Yeah,
it's a
as
difficult
well.
one. Yeah, it's just not the same as it was years ago. I know it might be just because I'm older, but yeah, when I was younger, it was much more fun. Seemed to be everybody
Anyone
sort of
could afford it.
yeah. Like now, you're almost priced out of going to a game.
Yeah.
As a
In
reminder,
my opinion.
how much did each of our tickets cost today? Because I can't remember.
Well, actually, they were about £55, were they?
Yeah, I think it was. So we were excited
yeah.
because that's cheap for Villa Park now.
For the Arsenal game, I think they were £78.
Yeah.
But it was 55. I don't know if it's because they're playing Crystal Palace or what. I don't know.
So £78 against Arsenal, around 55 today. We're in the Doug Ellis stand, which
Same
same
place,
seats as
yeah.
always. I mean, for the Bayern Munich game, were they 95?
Yes, they were. Yeah, 95 for Doug Ellis.
But
Yeah.
is it a grade? They grade the games differently. I
Yeah.
can't really remember.
But again, it's a comparison. Like one of the most expensive tickets, again, bottom of the Bundesliga, so it's not really a comparison. A lot of people would prefer to watch Villa to Bochum in Germany, but you can stand in Ostkurve, which is their version of the Holt End, for about €18, which is about 15
that's
quid.
amazing.
But it is standing on the terrace. You don't have the perks of a seat and
I'd
stuff,
have to
so
have a seat,
it is relative. And obviously, Premier League football is a lot more in demand than watching little old
That's it.
Bochum.
I think this
But I
season
just
Villa
see,
are in demand. That's
you
why
know,
they've put the prices up so much.
Yeah.
To go to a football match these days it's 60, 70, 80 pound a ticket.
Yeah.
You've got to get there. You have something to drink. Before you know it, you're up to £200.
60, 70, 80 pound at Greg's at Frankie Services.
yeah.
you do love
£6 at the Greg's as an help, like yeah. But
What you're saying is expensive. If you've got a family, you've got a couple of young kids.
oh yeah, if you've got young kids,
Well, we
see,
couldn't have afforded to take the
we
kids
couldn't
with
afford
us.
to take
No.
them.
No.
No.
Well, we used to take you and
It'd been a
Cara, and
treat.
wherever we went,
Yeah.
whether it was Villa Park or wherever we
Yeah.
went, we couldn't afford to do it now, I don't think.
So a family of four, you're looking at least a couple hundred quid to watch
Yeah,
Premier League football.
£300
Easily.
Yeah,
with petrol,
yeah,
food, and
Yeah.
then kids want things in the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, it is Mum's birthday and she is free to buy something small from the shop, maybe a key ring. I'm only joking.
Yeah,
I'll get some chips as well.
Yeah, thanks, Mary, thank you.
And don't tell anyone we've got a Wolves fan in the car. Villa Park, let's go.
Them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. Money for nothing and you should maybe get a stone on your little finger. Move on.
This brolly is pointless. It's so windy, it keeps breaking. Over there, guys, a new fan zone since we last came for the game versus Arsenal. Apparently, they've redone the Villa store as well, so...
Feel the power, just feel the power.
Alright then guys, so we'd all probably agree that probably the quality in terms of the football on the pitch is probably better in the Premier League compared to the Bundesliga, but everything else is probably better in Germany. I mean, the atmosphere, besides maybe Hoffenheim and RB Leipzig, is probably better in the Bundesliga. But maybe with my Villa-obsessed mum in attendance, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace today can prove otherwise. Behind me, again if you're new to the channel, is a church right next to Villa Park over there. Now the significance of this church follows on from a recent video we did at Leicester where I explained my childhood football fandom and how I didn't choose a club with close family links to me, because we're here at a church where my granddad, grandparents, great-grandparents and so on all were christened, married and whatever. So really, I should have been a Villa fan as a kid. And also for my godmother, Jenny, who does watch the videos from time to time, she said next time, can you get Ryan to go inside the church? But it is locked up, so sorry Jenny. Instead, let's meet up with the folks and get out this rain in Villa Park. Let's go. One tip as well, if you are to come to England for a bit of football, I'm sure it's the same in Germany, it's cheaper to buy stuff outside the ground, or so they say. But I'm not sure if that's true either, because a steak burger, 2 cheeseburgers, 20 British pounds. So I think that's 1-0 to the German food. obviously in Germany I could go on in now, but I'm having to drink my beer here in the concourse area. The obvious one, but the ability to be able to drink beer inside the football stadium, obviously the biggest perk of German football.
Number 8, Yuri Timmer. Number 11, Ollie Walkie.
Right guys, let's do a little score prediction. I'm going to say 3-1 Villa.
2-0 Villa.
2-1 Villa.
Up the Villa. Aston Villa. Aston Villa.
Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. And this is how the boys in claret and blue line up today. He's still the world's number 1. He's our number 23. In goal, Emiliano Martinez.
Horrendous. Oh, come on! Come on! That's it, go on. Oh. Oh, yep, hey, yep. Oh, go on. Have a dig shot. Go on. Oh, oh. Oh, one more. Oh. Whip it in, whip it in. Oh, go on! Oh! Keep it in. Oh, he's like a fucking feather, isn't he? Go on, whip it in, Tiedemanns. Oh, it's a lovely ball as well. Oh, 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 oh! Oh, shit, shit. Oh! My gosh! Hey! How the fuck did they miss that? I know.
The goal scorer for Aston Villa, number 11, Ollie Watkins.
That's typical. I've done that like 3 times in a row now. VAR.
go to Germany, right?
Oh, fucking hell, there you go. There you go. Fucking ridiculous. The atmosphere started very quiet, but there's no denying, as a neutral, this game, again, this is a penalty, straight to the other end, 2-1 Palace.
16-17, and it was like being to be adolescent.
Right then, guys, so Villa miss a penalty and go 2-1 down. If that wasn't bad enough, the pie, I'm trying to not drop the pie on my feet because I might break some of my toes. It's a rather crispy pie, but if it couldn't get any worse, as I look to the Bundesliga scores, Bochum are losing 1-0 at Stuttgart, and it's raining. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh, go on. Oh!
When he came back to see us, he went once since he did.
Oh, he's going to be off. He's going to... Right guys, just a quick summary of what we've experienced both in the Bundesliga and in the Premier League, such as the game we've just seen, some of the differences. Now I must say that as much as I like Villa, fully respect the fans, they've got some great fans, this was probably one of the quietest atmospheres I've experienced at Villa Park. Now it's a two-way street, not only should the fans get behind the players, but obviously if the players are playing incredibly poorly, it does kill the atmosphere too. I was a little bit surprised to see that Crystal Palace didn't take many away fans. Normally, as we said at the start of the video, that safe standing section is completely full. For example, at Arsenal a few months ago, I think we even watched them against Brentford not so long ago as well. That normally is full. And my mum did see Villa versus Palace last year, and she said the support was fantastic last year. So I'm not sure what went on the Palace side. Quite quiet for an away support. But again, the biggest difference I found when I first went to Germany was the ultras culture. Of course, the choreographed the pyrotechnics, the pyro, the tifo, the bobbing up and down, the constant noise from the end of the home team. It was weird at first, but now when I look at the Holt End, and again, no disrespect to Villa at all, but it was incredibly quiet compared to the standard the Holt End normally sets. So it's weird now to not see ultras and have that constant noise throughout. Somebody did explain on a video that English football is like ups and downs, like a piece of classical music, whereas German football is like techno, it's like a constant beat, and it was quite a good comparison. But I do, again, think, well, most of you guys will think as well, of course, Bundesliga atmosphere is superior to Premier League. Now, when it comes to pricing, we've seen beer. Was it $5.25 for a pint of Carlsberg? In this day and age, in a football stadium, there's actually nothing wrong with that. I think at the Ruhrstadion in Bochum, I think a Figa, a pint cost about €6. But bear in mind in Germany that you do get charged an extra €2 for the cup, which you get back when you return the cup. Or in my case, I never return a cup, so I just bring loads of them home. So the beer, there's not a massive difference. Of course, the biggest difference being in Germany, they tend to support their local brewery. For example, again, in Bochum, it's Figa. I know Essen have their own drink, and Veltins sponsor Schalke, and a lot of people do drink Veltins. So they tend to support their more local beer, whereas in England, it's all export, isn't it? Carlsberg, I think it's Danish. So we don't really support our own. That's a constant theme throughout England and Britain and the UK and stuff. But again, not massively different. If we go on to food, I mean, the pie cost... No, maybe the pie was $5.25, I can't remember. But I think, even though the pricing isn't great, and it probably is better in Germany in terms of pricing, I'd say there probably is more variety in terms of food. You can get pies, chips, burgers and so on. It pretty much just is bratwurst, currywurst and chips over in Germany. But in terms of the quality of the food, again, I would say that the German food is superior, but personal preference and all that. So guys, it is difficult to compare certain things, and let's be honest, it's all subjective. We all like different things. I constantly say that the Premier League is the best league in the world if you're a TV viewer. If you're watching from overseas, or you're just English and like to watch football on Sky Sports, if you're a TV viewer, the Premier League is the best TV product in the world. If you're an in-person fan that likes to watch football live in the stadium, there's no comparison. Bundesliga is far superior than Premier League. It just depends on your fandom. Either way, I enjoy going to both, and I hope you've enjoyed this video too. You might see a few German things around me, and I have had already quite a few of you send in clips from your weekend's antics. So make sure you do keep sending in your videos if you've been to Bundesliga games this weekend, as every Monday, as you know, we're starting a weekly Bundesliga, actually not even a Bundesliga, a German football show on the Bundesliga, Zweite Bundesliga, Dritte Liga, Regional Liga, all on German football. Think Gazzetta Football Italia in the 90s, but with a German twist. Light-hearted, fun, entertainment. It's going to be good. I'll see you on Monday. Auf Wiedersehen.